this is Laura from Purl Soho, and I'm going to demonstrate how to seam together garter stitch along its vertical edge. Typically, you'll be using the tail from your work, but I've rigged up a contrast yarn to act as the tail, just so you guys can more clearly see what I'm doing. Before we get started, let's take a look at garter stitch. We have these horizontal ridges running across our fabric, and the ridges are made up of two parts. You have an upper part and a lower part. The upper parts kind of look like arches, and the lower part looks like a scoop or a lowercase u. When you're seaming these edges together, you're going to be picking up the stitches along this outermost edge of your fabrics, picking up all of the scoops along one edge and all of the arches along the other. So first, keeping your fabrics aligned with one another, find the bottommost ridge on your fabric. Then find the stitch that is closest to your seaming edge. And then, once you've done that, just take your tapestry needle and pick up that scoop, or pull your tapestry needle through the scoop. Then, come over to your other fabric. Once again, find the bottommost ridge, find the stitch closest to the edge, and pick up that arch. Now we're going to come back to the fabric on the left. Place your tapestry needle right where you last exited this fabric. And in order to ensure that you're working into the ridge just above it, all you have to do is find where you last exited and push your needle up, and you'll pick up that scoop. Same thing goes on the other side. Find where you last exited this fabric, and to be sure you're working into the correct ridge, just put your needle right where you last exited, push it up, and pick up that arch. So you're going to work like this back and forth, picking up the scoops on one side and the arches on the other. You can see I'm working pretty loosely here. It's always better to work on the loose side than the tight side, because you can tighten it up later. But it's much harder to go back and loosen up a seam. In the end, the goal is to have your seam have the same tension as the fabric you're working on. So I'm going to take a couple more stitches. Then once you've worked about an inch or an inch and a half, it's good to tighten up these stitches. And to do that, all you have to do is take your working yarn and gently pull. And it's just going to bring these two fabrics together perfectly like that, almost seamless on the front. And on the back, it creates a seam, a bump on the wrong side of your fabric. And that is how you seam together garter stitch along the vertical edge.